I think everybody is seriously just getting kicked off of lives today. I don't know what is happening in tech world, but it's annoying. Sorry about that, guys. I have no idea why it kicked me off. It doesn't say, it just says your live ended. Ugh. Hello. I know it's, oh my gosh, there was a hummingbird that just came in front of the window and just scared me half to death. I know that I'm not usually on Instagram Live, but it would not let me on TikTok Live, so I have no idea why. So I was like, let me just come on over here and I'll just do a live on here because I hate letting people down. It's always such a pain though. Alright, so let's see. So I put these spacers, and this will also be on my YouTube channel tomorrow, so you can go back and watch it. I'll try to combine them so they're not in two parts, but these spacers keep the signatures from shifting and moving, which is nice. That's one thing that I like to add to my journals so I don't have to worry about, because I'm always weirdly paranoid that the first time I ever sold a journal that was gonna fall apart into pieces and all this other stuff, and I'm like, no, you just have to have more confidence than that. And so that's why I just came up with my own method of making my books, because I know what works, what doesn't. And hello everybody. I'll tell you, this day has been so flippin' weird. You guys have one of them days where you're just not like sure if you actually got up or not, and everything is just weird. I knew I shouldn't have watched that show, 1,000-Pound Sisters. Ever since I watched that show today, everything has just been kind of going weird. Hey Sue, I got kicked off again. I have no idea why. That show is wicked. I know. I actually had a few people say, "Hey, I got kicked off of TikTok. I don't know what happened, and I don't have any violations or anything." I didn't either. I actually just had my daughter check my account, and I have none. So I have no idea. It's just bizarre. So, yep. So if you put these spacers with your scrap pieces in between your signatures, look, your signatures, they ain't going nowhere. They will stay put. And you put them on this side and this side. If you have 4 signatures, put them in the middle. I have them clipped like this to get them used to being a book, because I have, manhandle them so bad that they don't like to stay together. It takes them a few days. It's also good when you have the ribbon in there, so that way you can, when you tie it closed, they get used to staying put. So then the signatures will also stay put. Let me push this one down. I'm so happy, you guys, with the glue holders, because my glue, when I had this filled all the way, even in these bottles, would gurgle and it would spew out everywhere. And I actually, here's my last bottle right here. because I had to lay it down like this before I had the glue holders, I punctured it with an X-Acto knife, and glue was spewed out everywhere. And I finally told my husband, I have been bugging you for like 6 months for a glue holder. I want my glue holder, because now I have just punctured it and I ruined my project. And the next day, I had a glue holder. Isn't that how it usually works? So, yeah, I'm super tickled. And I don't have to worry about the glue waiting for it to come down. Especially my crafter's pick. Hang on, I'm trying to get glue off of my fingers. Somebody on their TikTok said something like really like you wouldn't think was offensive, and it was I don't know, some word or something, and they got suspended for a whole week because of saying that. And they tried to appeal it, and they wouldn't appeal it, and they said it like violated community standards or something. But yeah, these key words that they have in there will get you like suspended. Most of the time it's just like 24 hours or something like that. Yeah, it will time out. That may have been what happened. I don't know. I've never used Instagram Live, so this is a learning experience for me. If I can't go on TikTok Live, I'll probably do YouTube, because YouTube is a little bit easier. And that's only because I've used that with Stamperia before and stuff, so I'm familiar with that program, or whatever that streaming stuff that they use. Oh my god, I got glue on my hands. Okay, so got those spacers in. Alright, now we're going to do something spiffy to the cover. I do like the cover, but I really, really want to make like a little frame. And I want to use this, and I want to put the little patisserie thing. I'm hoping I won't be able to fit it all the way. Let me look. Oh my gosh, it is really just the right size too. Let me see how I want to cut this out. And I think I'm going to put maybe like a little pocket behind it. I could put a smaller one from the 8x8 pack on there. Oh, I should do that, shouldn't I? Alright, I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab me an 8x8 pack real quick. Let me tell my hubby, too. Y'all better not have bought it up, because I'm going to go grab one. I'm going to go tell my hubby to deduct it. Hang on. Let me go grab it. Hey, Jeremy, can you go into my Etsy shop and deduct an 8x8 pad of the Ooh La La paper? It's in its own little category up at the top. An 8x8, not okay, make sure you do it, because I'm using it now. Okay, guys. See, this is what I'm talking about. 5-finger discount. I went into my room in there, and I just, look at that. See, now we got the tiny one. I just went and 5-finger discount. That's the best thing about having your own stuff. Now, I'm going to put this on the cover. I may be able to actually just cut this whole thing out. And then what I want to do is I want to put a little frame around it. And then I have little things I'm going to glue on it. Like, let me show you. Bread. Like, so I'm going to do a frame around here. So it's more three-dimensional. I could do flowers. I can throw some bread in there. This is like right up my alley. I love carbs, so. And then I have like toast, little muffins, croissants. Here we go. Croissant. And then on the frame around it, which will be above this, we'll have all these little embellishments. And then what I'll probably do is make this into a front pocket. I've never done one like this. I've done one similar. And that was in the, what I call the Box of Roses book. So basically, hang on. This thing gets all tangly up. So basically, it's going to be a frame like this. Like what I did here. I still can't believe I made this on live. I thought it was going to go bad. But it's going to be on the front like this, and then the bakery thing will be in here, and what I can do is you can put a pocket up here. I think that's what I want to do. And then we can make this like a clear cover for that, but it doesn't open. It will just be like right on top. So let me see, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, I make all my books the same size, so I can make, let me try this, let me cut this out real quick. I can make the cover, let me just put it this way, I'm going to turn this book this way, that way I can measure it and kind of see. So it's basically going to look like this. Oh my. You know how much I love it when stuff fits perfectly? That, like, seriously just, I would say something, but it's going to be inappropriate and I might get kicked off live. But it involves my chest region. Let me just put it that way. I tell that to my husband all the time. The girl equivalent of a you-know-what. So, I think that's going to work out perfect. So, let's make the frame. And I'm going to make the frame, I was hoping that would be big enough. I'm going to make it out of chipboard, and then I'm going to wrap it. And what I did, now it's been a minute since I made this at the beginning of the year. So, I'm going to leave it right here and say, oh, okay, I see how I did it. I probably left about, it looks like an inch, an inch, an inch, an inch. This is probably 6 by 8.5, because that sounds like something I would do. Alright, and then I'll wrap the frame, and then it will be glorious. What do you guys think? You like it? Awesome. Now I gotta find my chipboard. Oh, there it is. There it is. Alright, so let me put this chipboard here, and I'm going to cut out a, let me move this book. Hopefully I won't lose my sheet. I'm going to measure this out and put, this is an 11 by 8.5, I guess, size sheet. So I'm just going to, this weighs 8.5, so I'm going to do 6. I may do, let me do the frame. No, I'm going to do it 6 because it looks like it fits in there perfect. This is how my process that, so just hang with me and just trust me, I know what I'm doing. Sort of. In my mind, I know what I'm doing. Now, if I can get my mind to execute it, we'll be good. Hey, I got enough for, look. This is why you keep your scraps. See that? You see that? That's another book right there. Okay? That's why you keep stuff like this. And they're the same exact size. So now I'll put this to the side and I can make another book. Probably out of what I don't use in this. Oh, see, now, I'm pretty good at math, but my issue is fractions. I hate fractions. Hate them, hate them. Now, I can do algebra and crazy, weird math all day long. But if you give me fractions, it makes me weird. It just doesn't settle well with me. So, and I have a weird thing about memorizing numbers. I have everybody in my family's social security number memorized, my driver's license number, my husband's driver's license number. I have credit cards memorized, but that was because of a necessity. My husband would probably disagree. He tried to take a credit card away from me one time, and I said, go ahead, I have the number memorized. And he just was like, are you serious? And I told him that a credit card number and the expiration date and the code on the back. And he was like, that's insane. And I was like, I'm sorry. I'm like Rain Man when it comes to numbers. I don't know what to tell you. But yes, I have a weird thing with numbers. An eidetic memory with numbers, I guess, is the way. I don't know. I always have. But when I'm doing these kind of books and stuff like that, I usually can tell right off the bat that I need to do this or I need to make this smaller. I just don't want to make it in a fraction. So, I could give you an old credit card number because I have one that doesn't, it's like 10, it was from 10 years ago. Are you ready? 4432385691173129. It doesn't work, so do with that what you will. And that's a number that has been long gone since then. My daughters hate asking me for help with their math because I'm like Sheldon from the Big Bang Theory. I'll go into the history of why we have negative and positive numbers and stuff like that. Are you telling us that yours? But I do. I had that number memorized for a very long time, and then when I got a new one, I had to memorize that one. So what I did was I did an inch all the way around. I am a female Sheldon. When we first saw that show, my husband said, that is you right there. You have a spot on the couch, and you even say, you're in my spot. And I said, okay. And I was like, well, my mother did have me tested, and I wasn't crazy, so just to let you guys know. And I'm the way he is about food, like, and sits there and says, did you do this? Did you do that? Did you do this? I'm that way exactly with my husband. And he just, like, when he first saw that, he just looked at me. Yeah. Sometimes when you get in your ways and you, like, are that way for so long, you just kind of, I don't know, you just kind of adapt to it. But yes, I'm weird about food too. Like, I don't like textures in food. Like weird textures like fruit and yogurt. Oh gosh, you'll make me gag. And stuff. But yes, he says I'm like a female version of Sheldon. Sometimes I'm socially awkward, but you know, that's okay. I don't mind that at all. Not at all. I think that's what makes people unique. Alright, come on. There we go. There we go. See, that wasn't easy. That was easy. That wasn't easy. I told you, all you gotta do is just measure an inch from each side. Here, 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 here. Draw lines, cut it out. Pretty easy. A lot easier than when I did it the first time. Because I had something to look at. Okay, let me wrap this up in maybe a solid color. Where's that book? Let me see what we got here. So I have whole stuff from the eyelet stuck on the back. Let me see what I got. I have several sheets. Oh, here they are. Ooh, I think pink will work, maybe, if it's big enough. I started cutting this out from there. Green, I'm not a fan. I don't think the brown would really go. The blue, maybe, but let me see if I can manage it with the pink here. Maybe. And put this right here. You guys are talking to me, sorry. Oh my goodness, I think it will work. I think it will work. I think it can make it work. Maybe. I'll put it up here. It will be a tight fit because I already cut it. I knew I shouldn't have cut it because if I didn't, I could have wrapped it all the way around. I could. I think I may have another one. Hold on. I may have enough. Let me find my other sheets. Oh, here they are. I knew I had some more. I keep hearing something. Do y'all hear something? I've been asked that a bunch of times with the ruler. I don't know. Actually, if I use a ruler, I go crooked. So that's why I try not to use a ruler. And what I do first is I barely go, like I don't go all the way through the first time. I just kind of skim the surface to make that little divot, and then you do it harder. Sounds a little brandy. But yeah, I've been asked that a ton of times. I don't know. I just have a steady hand, I guess. Let me put, where did that, this one? Yeah, we'll use the back of this one, because I don't want to risk it having weird slices through it. Alright, stay there, because this will be good. Then I can sit there, I can put those on there too, that would be awesome. Alright, so I want to make it about an inch or less around. That way. I can also do it this way, I guess. There we go. Hang on, I'm trying to catch up on questions here. Let's see. The paper on the side, I mean like right here, on the side of the book, it's just wrapped over. Oh, I forgot the metal things. I gotta put the metal things on afterwards. I don't know, it just doesn't, I just fold it over. So when I do the covers, now this part right here, the cover, I always get this a lot, is how come it does, like a lot of people's will bubble and stuff like that. right here, it's because I do not use liquid glue on the covers. Okay, if yours cracks right here, you're being too rough with it. Okay, when you get it on, I use permanent rolly double-sided tape stuff, glue runner, and that's what I put on the actual chipboard. Then I lay down the paper, and then I'll have like an inch around here, and then what I do is I fold it over and then just lightly glue it. And then for places like this, because I do my spines inward, like they're in here instead of on the outside in one whole piece, I will always put like some ribbon right here, you know, just as extra sturdy, so that way nothing gets clipped on it, nothing hooks on it. The only parts I ever really have problems with it not connecting are the corners, but I always put corner things on those. But I don't know, I've never had like this. Where'd the other one go? That one I just showed you guys, this one, I made this back in like January. So, oh my gosh, that was like 6 months ago. And as you can see, I mean, it just doesn't crack, you know. And I move it around a lot. So I would probably, don't fold your paper until you are ready to put it on the cover or whatever you're working on, and it just seems to do well. It could also be the type of paper you're using and chipboard or cardboard. If you use real thick chipboard, then the paper is being stressed more and it probably would crack. Now, as far as cardstock, I've made books like this with not just Stamperia brand, but other brands as well, and I haven't had any problem with it doing that. So try not to bend it and just fold it over when you're ready to adhere it to the thing and see if that works. I also do not put Mod Podge or anything like that on the covers, and there's a reason for that, is because I feel like Mod Podge is sticky. I use Mod Podge when I'm doing like this, like decoupage stuff. This is actual scrapbook paper and not rice paper. This on the top is rice paper. But when this is sitting on my desk for a while, because the whole thing's been Mod Podge, when this is sitting on the desk, it will stick to it. And that tells my brain that the same thing would happen to a book, so I don't do that. That's why I do not use Mod Podge on books. I don't find it necessary. Because my books they're just like this. There's nothing for them to get messed up on, I guess. You can't snag nothing on it. I know a lot of people do it to protect the book and everything, but I just don't find it necessary. So, yeah, it could be that maybe you're just too rough on cardstock. I don't know. So, but yeah, I do not like putting Mod Podge on books. The only time I will is if it's some kind of mixed media thing that I have put on the cover, and I will just seal that in, because that's what Mod Podge is a sealant, or, you know, used for decoupage. But I have done decoupage and used Mod Podge on furniture and stuff like that, and it will be a little bit sticky. All of it is. I've never seen one that's not. So that's one reason why I don't do it on my books, because I want my books to stay nice and soft. Can you send a pic of... Are you talking to me? Send a pic? I don't know. What have you been using? Of what I have been using? This is going to be similar to how I'm going to do these. So, let me, where's my... This is almost identical to how I do the covers. I use this permanent glue runner. I've also dropped my books several times on the floor. And I always freak out because I'm scared I messed them up or anything, and I didn't even put a dent in them, and I'm always shocked that I didn't. I don't know how I don't. I'm really rough on stuff. Okay, so I stick it down like this. Now, one thing I am going to do, let me see if I can remember how I did this, but I'm pretty sure that what I did was I kind of wrapped, okay, I know what I did. So this, I'm just going to set right here, and I'm just going to kind of cut it out. Let me cut this first. That way I can see what I'm doing. This I'm just going to do basically like the cover. So, fold it over like this. And this is pretty thick cardstock, so, hang on. Like I said, it's been a minute since I have made that, so. Like that. Like this. It may also depend on where you cut your paper and how your paper is being folded over. I've seen people have issues with that. So I always cut mine like this on an angle. I'm gonna get some stuck to this. Something's happening behind me and I don't know what it is. And my husband's toys back there is going crazy. Okay. Okay, so it's gonna go like this. We're gonna fold it over like this. Right here, I'll probably fold over this part first. So it's gonna be done like the same way. Okay, so what I'm going to do is the last time I did this, okay, I remember now. I angled it like that. Comes straight out. So, let me see if I can. Okay, so then we already have it angled and it will fold over just like that. I knew it would come back to me how I did this. And then I'm going to glue these first and then we'll put the flaps over it. And that will help kind of secure it in there. I am also probably going to, before I do that, I'm going to put the clear thingy, stencil paper that I use. Let me see what I got here. Ah, here we go. it's not Mylar paper, it's transparent paper, and got something stuck to that one. And I got this off of Amazon, and I do have it saved in my Amazon list. The link is in my bio, but it's 12 pieces of 6mm blank stencil sheet, 12 by 12. So here is the number. You could screenshot it, do what, here, let me make sure I get it in there. I always have people request this stuff. Don't bend or fold, sorry. So screenshot it, do whatever. If you want some of the stencil stuff, I use this for everything. I use it for specimen slides. I use it for bookmarkers or windows or anything like that. And it comes in 12 sheets, which is good. I'm going to actually set this on here. I need to put this on here after this one. So let me put this to the side. I'm going to fold this over, then I'm going to put it on. Then we're good. Make sure I don't have any glue on my thing. I always forget and put it in. Oh, I don't have anything in there. Good. And this is just Crafter's Pick Ultimate Glue. I like it because it's like $5 at Hobby Lobby. And I think it works great, especially for books. It works on everything. Metal, wood, plastic, you name it, it works on it. Ooh, I still got stuff all over my hands. Okay. Let me just push these in. Make sure they're flat up against there. Alright, I'm going to cut this sheet, and then this will fold over that. This will be like our little window. I guess I could have put the chick on the front too and actually made a window. So if you guys do that and you make your own book, you can always stick the chick from this collection on there. And I told you guys I hate measuring stuff. And make a window for the front of a book. Make sure there's nothing on here. Okay, and then these are going to fold over here. Make sure it's stuck down first. Get the glue off of this. Alright. So the only thing is every little thing will stick to it because of the static. So that is how you make a little window. If you want to attach it into a book, you have to have this flap stay longer. And then you can attach it in there. So this is going to go on here just like that. Looks good. Let me push this down a little bit. Let me use this ribbon. Hold on. I have glue stuck all to my fingers, and I'm getting every little thing on there, so I'm just going to use this ribbon piece and wipe it off. And get stuff stuck in there, apparently. Okay, now we got our little thing here. So it's going to go like this. Move it down just a little bit. But we can get all the windows in there. I'm digging it. I'm digging how it's coming out. Okay. Actually, it didn't look bad like that either. Okay, let's do this. Alright, let me cut this, and then we're going to put it on there. We're going to have our little patisserie shop window thingy going on here. Like I said, we can make it into a pocket, background pocket. I will probably put some ribbon across here, so it will kind of actually all blend in. Ooh. Everybody's still with me? Still good? Everybody's still good? We're good. Alright. I know you guys are not used to seeing me on here because I'm usually on TikTok. But TikTok's having issues, so went to the next best source, which was Instagram. Okay, all right. Sorry if my big head's in the way. A little bit of a glare. Alright, so if I make this into a pocket, I'm not going to leave it like this because whatever you stick in there is going to get caught. We don't want that. We have to put something over it. Keep forgetting where I put my stuff. I'm just going to use, I think, one of these. I don't know if that will be, well, that might be big enough. I'll use that. Blend in. Just going to stick it right there, just like that. And then the pocket will be on the thing. Use clear glue for that. Yes, it does. See? No glue. Now, I will say, well, see here, with beacons, if you have the glue bottle filled completely up, it will gurgle, even if you have it just like that. If you put it upside down, yes, it will make a mess just like this. That's why I have a cap for it, so if you put it in the holder, I'm a neat freak and I don't like glue in there. I don't have a problem with Crafter's Pick ever leaking, but I made a cap for it anyway. But the bottom is flat inside the glue holder, and that's why I always say just put it on just in case. But I had the caps on these for like 3 days and I hadn't messed with them at all. And when I went to take the cap off of the beacons, it's completely clean. No glue whatsoever. And I tested out about 7 different ways for the beacons because I know that the beacons is a butt and gurgles and leaks and everything. And every way that I tested it out, this was the best method where it didn't leak. But no, they do not leak. And if you get any glue, see, my problem is when I'm using it, I don't wipe the tip off. And so I could have like a blob of glue on there, and if I go to put it in there, it of course like will have a blob of glue in there. So when I go and I'm done, even if I have glue on this part right here, what it does is it actually hardens it right here, and then I just go whoop and it comes off. And it's because the cap is like locking out oxygen or something to it. My husband explained this to me. I don't know what it means. But because I sealed it off, it hardens the glue on the outside, and because the tip is metal, it just peels right off. But if the same thing happens and you don't have the cap on and you put it in the glue holder, it's going to stick and it won't come off. And it sticks really, really bad to, because Beacons is meant to glue plastic and stuff together. But for some reason, maybe because of the type of plastic we use, because it's not full-blown, like, made from crude oil, it won't stick to it. Our plastic's actually eco-friendly. It's made from plants, and it's biodegradable. When I made wax stamp handles before, like 6 years ago, I made them out of resin and I made them out of wood, and I stopped making them out of wood because it was a pain in the butt, and resin was too much work, and it's made from crude oil, which is horrible for the environment. So that's why I don't make them out of that anymore, because of that. Actually, I'm going to put a little bit more glue in here, but it keeps it nice and clean, and that's why I told my husband I wanted to do caps because of that. Because what I used to do is I had a cup where I would put my bottle in. Actually, it was this cup right here. Just like that, I would put this bottle in here. See, it doesn't leak. I have a cap on it. And I put it upside down, and I even had a push pin in it, like in the end of this, and it still spewed everywhere. And I was like, yeah, that's not going to work. Because I was going to do like some kind of pin solution, and Beacons is super corrosive, and if it has anything metal that's not stainless steel, it will corrode it, just to let you guys know. So if you put like a pin in it, like something like this, and it's not stainless steel, it will rust within a few days. So that's why I did the cap solution. And then if you get glue in the cap, that is much easier to clean than the glue holder. Which you can clean the glue holder. It's not a big deal. It's plastic. But that's one reason why I made them the way that I do, after testing them for so long. It took me a few weeks to decide which design I like the best. I had one that was just one you stuck, like, I don't even know where I did with that, but it was one like that would be like this, where it was like up and down, and even with the pin in it, I even designed a pin that closed up that hole completely. It leaked all over the place. So, and also, like I said, there's a chemical in Beacons that doesn't do well under pressure, just to let you know. I had it upside down like this in a cup with nothing on it but a pin, and the pressure from the chemical that's in it pushed this out, and then it fell over. And I didn't think it could do that. And I was like, the heck? I was like, what was that? And I heard something fall on my desk, and that's what it was. So when it's at an angle like this, works, and the pressure doesn't build up from that chemical. Now, and that's Beacons. Crafters Pick Ultimate, I don't have any problems with it at all. It's very thick glue, but I only use that to make books and stuff, so that's why. But I know a lot of people use the Beacons for, like, because they do paper stuff, which I do. So yeah, it can, and it also doesn't mix. Beacon does not mix well with other chemicals. Also, just to let you guys know, it can become corrosive. It's got something in it. My husband researched it, because that's kind of, he works in chemicals and stuff like that. So he knows what works and what doesn't. I'm going to make a pocket, I think. And I think I'm just going to, now I could make it, I don't want to make it a side pocket, because if I do, I'm afraid this will get in the way. So I think I'll make it an upper pocket. But yeah. And anyone who says that Beacons doesn't leak without a lid, they lying. Because it does. This doesn't. That's why I just throw it in there all the time. But I also don't want my glue to dry up. So that's another reason why I have the caps. Because it can actually make your glue go bad if you don't have a cap on it. And then it won't work as well. That's why I buy Beacons in bigger bulks, so that way I can use it and it's cheaper. I actually wanted to find a good cap source, but it's so easy for us to make these little caps that I'll have extra ones in my Etsy shop, so that way you can replace them. And they fit on, I think they fit the big bottles too, because I think the big bottle of the Sugar Bell are the same size. I don't have any big bottles. Oh, I did have some, but I don't know what I did with them. But I didn't make any for the big bottles of glue, because most big bottles of glue that the holders go in already have a cap. So, alright, let's see if I got this in there now. Oh, I think that looks good. So what I'm going to do is, this is now, oh, I thought that was a piece of, so this is a pocket right here behind here. So I'm going to let it glue before I start shoving stuff in there. Little hidden pocket. And then what I will do is I'll probably glue some flowers. I have, let's see, oh, I have macaroons. Glue like little macaroons and stuff on the cover of the book. And I also have, where'd that go? I lost, oh, little breads like this, and have maybe like some flowers around here or something, and that will help. That will just give it a little bit of something extra, I think, and that way it doesn't look so plain Jane. So I'm gonna put some ribbons, and then I gotta put the seal of approval on the back. Here, let me trim up these things here. Make sure they're even so that way I can tie them. Alright, ribbon, ribbon, ribbon. Where is my ribbon? Oh, here we go. I have so much ribbon now that I had to make another box. Because I love ribbon. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, I have some of the lacy stuff. Hang on, let me find that. I think it's in my other bin. And let me get that. I have so many, my grandmother sends me ribbon and stuff all the time, and I'm like, I haven't even used the last of what you gave me. I'm never going to be able to. Alright, here we go. She likes to show me her hauls of all the stuff that she gets. Because my grandmother junk journals, or makes junk journals too. I got her making them. I'm sure my grandfather appreciates it. That's not bad color. A lot. Just like all of you guys, husbands, appreciate it too. Such a terrible influence, I know. Alright, I have also, that's kind of pretty too. I think this may be, oh, it's stretchy. I don't know how stretchy works. That is actually a really great color too. I'm not sure how the stretchy will work. Might be a little bit of a pain in the butt to put on, but it may be the best. Ooh, 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 ooh. I think that's it right there. I totally forgot I had that. All right. I think, yeah, she just turned 89 too. And she actually, she likes to, I've made her a few books and she analyzes my books. And then makes them and has her own way of doing it because she has her own way. That's what she said, but I say the same thing. I have my own way also. And I said, you make them however you want to. And she's like, oh, I love it. And she got, somebody donated a couple of Sizzix to the senior center. She teaches an art class at the senior center. And I'm like, please tell me you do not teach a bunch of old people junk journaling. There ain't no way. And she was like, oh gosh, no, they can't do that. And so she makes like little crafts for them to do. And somebody donated a whole bunch of crafting stuff. And I was like, wow. She was sending me like pictures of it and stuff. And she was like, oh, I've been wanting one of these Sizzix so bad. And I'm like, do you know how to use one? She's like, no, I don't know how to use one at all. But I'll learn. It's okay. And if I don't, I'll just call you and ask you. I was like, just don't call me at 11 o'clock at night again. Because she did. She called me at 11 o'clock at night one night. And I was like, what? What are you trying to do? And she's like, I can't work this crocodile. She has a crocodile. And she was telling me what was wrong with it. So it was like, I think 1 o'clock in the morning by the time I got off the phone with her. She goes to bed real late, though. She doesn't understand that I have to get up early and I have kids. But I said, that's okay. I'll help as best as I can. I have no idea what's happening right now, but okay. She's basically like an 89-year-old version of me. She's really, really funny. She had a problem or something with her computer the other day and needed Jeremy, my husband's, help. And so she was talking, or then my grandpa was talking to him on what was going on, and she left and went out to dinner and was like, you fixed it, you messed it up, you fix it, to my grandpa. And then she called me, I think she called me yesterday and told me about her big haul of stuff that she got. And she was like, oh, tell Jeremy thank you, he fixed it. See, my husband went into their computer. You know how you can access, like companies can access your computer and say, what is this doing, what is that? That's what Jeremy did. And he went into their computer to go see what was going on, because that was the only way that he could, you know, do it. So, and I said, so he got it fixed, and she was like, you tell Jeremy thank you for fixing my computer, give him a big kiss and a hug. And I was like, I'm kissing him, I'll smack him on the butt for you. And she's like, okay, you can do that. So she's funny. She has a funny sense of humor. Alright. I like that color. It kind of accents it a little bit well. A little bit better than like white or anything. I did miss being on live with you guys. It felt like it was been so long. I've been so busy. Trying to get my kids done with school, and now they're all done, and now I'm even more busy than when they were in school. I'm gonna have to move this around a little bit just to make sure it's not gonna pucker or anything, because I hate it when it does that. Oh, thank you. Oh, wait a minute. I almost put that on the wrong way. Gracie's distracting me. I'm kidding. I have 4 kids. It's very easy for me to get distracted by anything. I get distracted all the time when I'm on live and I see a rabbit run across the yard or something. Okay. I always flatten it like this if it's on the edge, because if you don't, you'll soon find out that it won't be able to move. I know, my husband sat there and would say that to me for years. Every time I would get distracted, he'd be like, squirrel, and I'm like, why do you say that? I don't even know what that means. And then I saw the movie Up, and I said, I am not that dog from Up. And then I figured out where he got it from. And he laughed. He thought it was hilarious. Oh, yeah, the kid on the hoverboard? Yeah. Well, there was a lady just walking her dog, and it was a corgi. I didn't say anything, though. I'm getting better about it. I also started this live a lot earlier. The later it gets in the evening time, the more my ADD kicks in, because I'm off my medication by then. So I'm like barely like functioning focus wise, So there's that. I think this came out pretty good. Did somebody ask me what I was doing, what journal I was doing? I got distracted. Y'all said squirrel. See what happened? I'm doing the Ooh La La paper, and it's called the Patisserie journal. So I made this, let me put a little bit of extra here on the end because I don't want it to fray. I told you guys I'm freakishly anal about this. Gracie, I thought about sending you one of my journals because you do journal spreads all the time, and I have like 11 sitting here on my other desk just looking pretty and stuff, and that way you can have a journal to journal stuff in. I see all you guys all the time. I love sending stuff to people. I always try to send like 3 or 4 packages a month of Happy Mail to people, just to say thank you and for the support and everything. I sent 3 already, but they were for Facebook people. They're not on TikTok, which I don't really care about that anyway, but I always tell people, don't worry about that. You don't have to make a video or anything like that. I just want to do it out of the goodness of my heart. I'm a people pleaser. I try to make everybody happy. I forgot what I was doing now. Oh, I'm gonna do the thing. Now I gotta figure out where I put those things. And I gotta do the book corners. Don't let me forget the book corners. Should I do rose gold? I did silver eyelets, and I try to always match, but it doesn't have to match. I think, though... Hang on, I'm not looking at the thing. Hang on, I gotta unbury my stuff, my drawers. I have these. I'm not sure how well they'll match, though. Or I could just do silver, because everything else is silver. Oh, that would make me so happy. I would rather, see, I don't tell my husband this, and I'm not speaking too loud, because sometimes he walks in here like a ninja and sneaks up on me, as big as he is. And I love sending stuff, Happy Mail stuff to people, and he rags on me all the time. Oh my gosh, you're sending them so much stuff. Or if I have him make something extra and stuff. And I was like, he does. Like, I sent one of my journals all the way to Norway, and I thought his head was going to explode. And I was like, shut up. I was like, I'm trying to make people happy. You know how I am. I'm worse at Christmas time with my kids. Oh my gosh, I go completely overboard. And he's like, no, give them $100 each. That's all they have. I'm like, $100? Oh my gosh. I was like, speaking of which, my daughter works at our grocery store. What am I looking for? I'm looking for these. Let me move all this stuff out of the way. I gotta get these doohickeys down. And she, I almost fell on the floor. Well, the journal was a giveaway, and somebody who won it was in Norway. I did an international giveaway for the first time because I had more confidence in sending something like internationally. I wasn't scared to death too. And so they I think I'm gonna do, oh gosh, I'm getting tacky with this. Hold on a minute. Oh, how about this? Is like a reddish bronze. That might work. It actually matches the writing back here. So that way I'm not all silver. Or I could do silver, I guess. How about if I make everything silver? That be okay? Y'all give me some direction here, because I will tacky this thing up big time. I have silver, and I have this red bronze. I have gold. I have normal bronze. These are for my labels in the back of my books. If you guys don't know what that is, I'll show you in a minute. You should always label your work. It's silver. Everything's silver. I did all silver. So I think I should probably do silver. This has a coating thing on the front. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of weird about that. I kind of have to match everything. It's like it has a bra on. And that means I'll probably do, I need a match. If I had rose gold eyelets, I'd be in business. Oh my gosh, I have these book corners that I just got. Wait a minute. I'm having another moment. Don't say squirrel. What was I looking for? I have this paper. I have this stone paper that works really, really well for... Oh, I just dropped it. Nope, I didn't drop it. That's not it. There we go. I use these for my little label things in the back. And I will get... Let me see. I bet you I have a pink or something. I don't want that kind of pink. It's kind of like a thick, like almost a canvas paper. I know. I know. I'm all over it. See, this is how I get when I start getting off of my medication. And, you know, I take ADD medication. I have since I was young. And I, embosser. Hold on. I'm looking for my embosser. And I get real spastic and hyper. So you'll have to bear with me for a second. Because this is what's going to happen. It's happening. I can feel it happening. Okay, so I have this little nifty embosser that I got last year that is for all my journal books, and it has my logo, 4 Girls Stole My Heart, on it. And then what I do is I like to put, oh gosh, I have this, I just got this thing. Hang on, let me put this away. I got this for like, I don't know, 20 bucks off of Amazon, which I was super pleased with. I've used it. I use it a lot. Here it is. I got one of these right here. This is pigments for stamps. And this is a bronze, and it's a metallic bronze and a metallic gold. And it's like a stamp pad I have these in my Etsy shop. They're called Tweens. I don't know why. But along with other stamps, pads also. These are super cheap. They're not as expensive as Ranger inks, and I think they work pretty good. Plus, I like metallic. That makes me happy. So maybe I'll try the bronze one. Let me see here. Hang on, let me move. Let me get a, well, find what I did with my little cup of finger daubers here. Oh, I have some over here. I'm constantly having to steal stuff from, my husband has a file with the hubby's love handle stuff now that says Jennifer stole it. And oh, you're welcome. I hope it helps, and I hope it was a good one. Here we go. And he sits there and deducts me for these things. And I said, let me tell you something, freak. Those were mine to begin with, and I use them all the time, so I don't want to hear it. These are the things we argue about. He calls me a thief all the time for stealing stuff out of the Etsy shop and everything. See, it's kind of like a metallic-y bronze. Let me do this. I'm just going to kind of highlight it a little bit. And I think the brown will go with the rest of the thing. And like I said, this is like a stone paper. And it works pretty good. I don't know if I have any in my Etsy shop. I probably stole it all. Let me see what the gold looks like. Put some here on the end. Ooh, I like the gold. I like the gold. I like the gold. He says I give myself 5-finger discounts. Way too much. And I said, shut up. I like to remind him all the time that he's the one who told me I had to find a way to fund my habit. But I really did it just to help my family out financially because, you know, the economy is so crazy. What? What did I do? Let me use some. I'm gonna use some of this. What? I hear me completely. What did I do? What are you guys saying? Hold on. Let me scroll back here. Oh no, I can't take any more meds. Are you kidding me? My whole house, well, if I did, my whole house and everything would end up, oh gosh, be like super clean and everything. It actually kind of slows me down a little bit. Helps me focus. I'm going to try to highlight this. Let me get a little bit of this blue. But yeah, I get kind of spastic. Sorry. Can't help it. I'm trying to highlight the letters a little bit more, but it's not working. I should have just used gold, which is probably what I'll do. Let me do that. I'll put just gold on there. My husband thought this was makeup too. The name of my meds. I take 2, actually. My poor Lily, she takes Stratera, which is like a non-habit forming one. But when I was younger, I was on Ritalin, I was on Adderall, Vyvanse, I think it's called, Mideas. I don't know, I've been on so many since like age like 9 or 10, so. But this one, I think it doesn't have the same effect that if you don't have an ADD, it would probably make you like spastic. Because that's usually what it does with people who don't have ADD. Oh, there we go. I like that a lot better. See, now I can actually read it. I shouldn't have added so much stuff to it. I'm going to get it a little bit around here. Oh, you can see the circle. And then I'm going to move this or I'll end up putting my elbow in it. Alright, y'all point me in the direction of my scissors. Yep, there they are. Alright. I always get these all bent up when they're in there. So this is going to go right here like that. And I usually just kind of measure it out. Like that. I feel like sometimes I need to be on meds just to be able to drive in the car with my husband. Oh, he gives me such anxiety. Yeah, my daughter Lily is too. Poor thing. Let me tell you what she does. Lily has a habit of getting up in the middle of the night and cleaning the house. And then we think somebody is like, you know, breaking in or something. And I'm like, what are you doing up? Go to bed. She's like a house elf. I think it's kind of weird and funny at the same time. My husband doesn't think it's funny at all. Not when he gets woke up. So that's always fun to deal with. Ooh, that is super shiny. I couldn't even see where I was putting the glue on. Oh yeah, I know, I've gotten that a lot. Hey, you can send her to my house. And I was like, well, it wouldn't be bad if she didn't, like, rearrange things. Here's an example. At our old house, okay, we had a very, very small, tiny house. It was like 900 square feet. 3 kids, Ruby on the way, 1 bathroom. So, 3 bedrooms. It was a very tiny house. So, we needed to move into a bigger house because there was no way that I couldn't even imagine Ruby in that house. Well, my husband, he would get up from work in the morning time, or, you know, and in the evening time, he would put his clothes on our hamper in our bathroom. It was like a bench. And so that way he didn't have to, like, you know, wake everybody up. Or wake me up, especially, trying to find his clothes in the dark and stuff. And he went in there in the morning time, and first of all, the whole house was, like, rearranged. And his clothes were missing and everything. It's because she threw them in the hamper thinking they were dirty. And so then he was rustling around in the morning, had no idea what was happening, and then woke me up. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So it does have disadvantages, especially if you're, you know, not wanting your stuff moved kind of thing. Oh, where's my other one? Oh. And everything. So I was like, oh goodness, Lily. She's so, it's funny, and it made me laugh. But I have these little things, so I'm gonna do this like around here with some flowers. Maybe put some flowers. What do you guys think? Flowers. you know, we can buy ourselves flowers. And I'm going to put them kind of off-centered a little bit, like maybe some hanging like this, maybe up and down. And then I'll put like the little food stuff around here. I know, right? Because I don't want to put it flat on here because I think it would be like, yeah. Unless I put, let me see what color macaroons I have. Oh, I have lighter color ones. There we go. Put a macaroon or two on there. Whoa. Hang on. Let me, I had this set up like this last time this happened. I don't remember how I did this though. That's gonna work. Oh, I had this. That's what it was. I think I had that in there. Need it to stay flat. So I can do this and maybe like a macaroon or two, little baguettes. Or we can do like kind of like little flowers and then do them on there. I know, I love doing little embellishments, you know. I don't want them to be like in a straight line. Or I can do it like where it's maybe like kind of like flowers every so often like this. And then do, where's my little thingies at? Bread, I love bread. Like stuff like this, like maybe in between. Oh, I think I like that better. Like this. Maybe I'll do the breads. I think I have little tiny macaroons somewhere. Where? And then, what is this? Oh, there's another little croissant. I know I got more flowers somewhere. What do you think about that? Isn't that cute? I know, aren't these? I didn't mean to use these stupid things, and now I got something to use them for. See, we could do like maybe one over here, like that. Another one like here. Oh, I got tons of stuff. I don't want to use the little cupcake looking muffins because that might be a little bit too thick. Ew, I don't even know what that is. Oh, here we go. Something like that. Let's see. This is like egg in a basket. Egg in a hole, or whatever you want to call it. Kind of do one of these little, I don't really know what half of these are, but you do a little waffle. I have plenty of those. Make a little bread here. I don't know if y'all can see that. There you go. Woo. Here. Alright. Something like that. How does that look? Is that, it don't look like tacky, because you know how I am. I can get tacky, okay? And then I can put this little macaroon, I can hang it from the little doodad thing over here when I put that on. I think we switched here. So, I also have like these little clay pieces too. Let me see what else I got. her. Because I have all kinds of weird foods. Oh, I think I have chocolate too. Hold on. I forgot I have drawers. Yeah, here, look. I have drawers and drawers of stuff. Up here, I had, like I said, my grandmother sends me stuff. So I could put chocolate, but, I mean, there is cakes and stuff and cupcakes. So maybe I can mix it up. This looks good. I want to eat it. See? Yeah. But yeah, I have all kinds of stuff. Sweet. So, I'm going to mix it up a little bit. Sorry if that's... Look, and an A for Abner. Here. I'll just get these out. We'll see what we got going on here. And then I have a junk food drawer too, but I don't think there's anything in there that will really match. Look at these. Tell me that's not amazing. That's a charm, and it's like fried chicken. I know, I'm hungry too. Look, this was my remember when I said I suffer from insomnia sometimes. So, and then I buy weird stuff online. So, yeah. It was for my junk food journal. I was going to make a junk journal. You know what I mean? Junk, get it? Junk food journal. With junk journaling. So I had these saved in here so I can make a junk journal. I have one that has fruit, but this doesn't really call for fruit. Oh my gosh, it's really full too. I got some of these lemons for that blue dream journal. So I have some strawberries in there and stuff. I keep all this weird stuff handy because every time I feel like I get rid of it, I end up needing it. It drives me crazy. So yeah. So maybe if I find anything else, I'll put them on there. But I kind of like the bread. I don't know if the chocolate would really go on there. What do you think? Yeah. So, should I keep it like this? Or what I can do is I could cluster the flowers up. And then we can do like something like this. Kind of do one of these little doodads here. Let me get the bread over here. Kind of mix it up a little bit. Alright, let me just double check because I'm always so apprehensive about putting stuff on because I get tacky with stuff and I can layer it kind of like that. I don't know if anybody else does, but yeah, I do a lot. I'm an overdoer when it comes to flowers and stuff. And then I have some more flowers. I can get those out in a second. You know, and then we can do something like this. Kind of like where it's like trickling up. Alright, so here I got one. Oh, yeah, that's a pink one. Oh, I need one more. Let's see. Yep, I knew I had some more. I ended up getting a whole bunch of these from Michael's because they were cheaper online to get them in a big like group, and I knew I was going to use them. So, alright, so which way looks better? Like cluster the flowers and cluster some food? Like kind of like this, or in the corners? Let me put a waffle up there, just for the heck of it. This way? You think it looks, everybody good with it this way? Flowers in the corner. Okay. And I can, like, these are paper flowers, so I could kind of, like, do, like, a layering thing, like, kind of like this, and then kind of put that on top, kind of squish it down, you know? Alright, so let's glue it in there. That's what we're doing. We're doing it. Let's stick to it. Oh, I like how this is coming out. As long as my thing doesn't move here, I think it'll be good. I've been meaning to make a book with this collection. Let me squish these down a little bit because I like them to be... They're kind of like a bowl shape, and they don't ever want to go any which way. So let me hold these down real quick. Okay. Let me do the corners first because that seems like the best way, and then we can add in the food stuff. I'm so happy that I actually had a use for these charms now. I knew I would eventually. I don't even remember why I got them. I think I was just having a clairvoyant moment. I'm like, oh, son of a gun. They just fell everywhere. That's okay. Oh my God, we got it. Oh, I would love, man, let me tell you something. When I grew up in Florida, and like people down there ate normal, and then I moved to Tennessee, and people up here eat like insane. Okay, like absolutely insane. I just, the first time I went to my husband's like family's house to go meet them, I said, oh my God, I gotta learn how to cook. I said, these people eat like a lot. And I'm like, I'd never ever seen people eat that much food in my entire life. And I grew up in an Italian household, okay? Sunday dinners were like, it was like Thanksgiving. And I was in shock. But you never ate it all. That's the whole thing. So, yeah, I knew then, oh my gosh, if I marry this man, I'm going to have to learn how to cook. Big time. And I did. I learned how to cook. I cook actually very well when I do cook. I don't usually eat dinner, so I do not make dinner very often. And my kids don't like it when I make dinner because I make them... I like making Italian food, and they don't like eating it all the time. 2 of my daughters hate pasta, and I said, oh, get out. I was like, who hates pasta? I said, y'all are crazy. Alright, so those are glued in. Now we can glue in all this food stuff. The yummy breads. I love breads. I could eat breads all day, every day. Hawaiian sweet rolls. Oh my gosh. I will go nuts for those things. And it's like the more I can't have them, the more I want them. Alright guys, I think we are about done. I don't know why. And my husband, he's like, I'm like, here, you want a roll for dinner? And he's like, no. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? Who doesn't like bread? He's like, I didn't say I didn't like bread. I just don't want one. I was like, you never want one. Why is it men never want rolls? What's wrong with them? Hawaiian sweet... Oh my gosh, you poor thing. Oh, Hawaiian sweet rolls, they come in this orange bag. They taste, I call them crack rolls, because that's like, you can't just have one. It's like a chip. You can't just eat one. They're delicious. It's like that yellowish looking bread that it's like a Hawaiian bread, and it's almost like brioche. Imagine brioche bread. They're so good. And they don't even have to be warmed up. You can just eat them right out of the bag, because that's what I do. My husband accuses me of stealing them all the time out of the bag. And he's like, your mama is here, I can tell. Look, there's some missing. And I was like, you can't be buying them and not expect me to eat them. I love them. I also make these things out of them called funeral sandwiches. And I don't know why they're called that. I think it's because people would take them to funerals. But, okay, just hear me out. You take the whole entire thing and you slice it all the way long ways. And you make these sandwiches out of them with like ham and Swiss cheese. And then you put this glazed stuff on top. And it's like Worcestershire. It's, I think like a mustardy brown sugar glaze with poppy seeds in it, and you put that on top of that, and then you bake it in the oven. Heaven. Absolute heaven. Okay? And the first time I had them, I was at a funeral, and I said, oh my gosh, to my husband. I had never been to a funeral until I married my husband. And somebody in his family died. And I said, oh my gosh. I said, here, taste these. And he's like, I know, I've had them before. And I was like, these are amazing. What are these? So I'm sitting there asking everybody at the funeral what they are. I was like, these are good. You know? I'm one of them types of people. I try to find the humor in every bad situation. So I was sitting there asking everybody what they were. And somebody finally told me. And I was like, these are the bomb. I was like, and then I told my husband, I was like, man, we need to go to funerals more often. Because that was awesome. I never ate so much food in my whole life. Now I blame him for me getting fat and overweight. Because I told him it's his fault. I said, it's your fault and your big head kid's fault. But yeah, they are delicious. I guess I could put one of these little weird muffins on there. You think it will stay? I don't know if it will actually stay. Maybe if I put it like that, it will. We'll try it. If it doesn't stay, I'll just take it off and put something else. We'll just leave it alone for a while. Let it get happy. So, yeah. I love those. And I made them for like a month straight. I know, that's what I said. Because I was like, hey, it turned a bad day into a good day. Let me just put it that way. Because it was. I forgot to put the corners on. Doggone it. See, I get distracted. I probably wouldn't be able to anyway because of these. I don't know if they'll go on here. But, yeah. So, my husband made me love food. Let me just put, because I just ate food as like a necessity before. And then when I married him, I found enjoyment in food. Sounds terrible, doesn't it? You know, but I don't think I will put any on there. I think it will be fine. If I decide to, oh gosh. I decide to later, I may later. Alright, you guys. What do you think? I think it came out fantastic. Here, let me move this thing. This is fun. I like doing new stuff like this, like spur of the moment, like I have no idea what I'm doing stuff, because I think I work better that way. I know how to work under pressure. So, yes. Yeah, I'm trying to move all this stuff out of the way so I can show everybody. Oh gosh, I'm dropping everything. Be able to. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Hold on. I have these corners that I just got, and they're huge corners. Let me show you what they look like. Wait a minute. Let you see these. These are amazing. Look at this. These are book corners. Hang on. Aren't those awesome looking? And they're really thick. I think they come with these screws, and you screw them in to like the side. See, I'd have to put it like way on under here. Here, let me put it over this. But it's like super thick. Can't see what I'm doing. And I just dropped it. But anyways, I got them in gold too. And I got these, I think it was AliExpress. I don't know. I think it was AliExpress. May have to move. I can always put them up. But these are awesome. I don't think they really go with this journal. But I got them for like a different one. So let me see if I can get, oh, there it is. I'm going to put the, I'll move the little flowers so I can put these book corners on, because I do want to protect them. And I can always glue this. Yeah, right back down. There we go. That's all I want to do. And then we'll be done. And I want to, there we go. I always forget about book corners. Book corners and me just don't mix. Now let me just do this. Just smush it all down together. Usually if I have thick corners like this, I will put the ones that lay on top on there. A little bit easier. And I don't put glue or anything like that on my book corners. I know some people do. I just don't like to. No more extra work. Enough work already. Some of these are, I'm going to end up moving some of these. Alright, you, oh gosh, I'm moving them. I should have done this first. I have to see what I'm doing here, sorry. Oh, there we go. Alright, did I move them to bit? No, I didn't. I smushed these over here though. Alright. So those are on there. I'll have to wait till this dries. I may be able to do it this way. Let me get this. Let me know if you guys see any of them fly off. You hear Ruby? There she goes. Ruby wind up time. It's sundown. Baby sundowners. She's probably about to come up here and take a bath. Oh, I'm pleased as punch how this came out. It's a bit dodgy there in the middle, but I was like, we got it. Alright. Let me unhook these things in here. I just got done.
You did?
Yep. Well, I started a little bit late because of the whole TikTok fiasco. I made the Patisserie journal book. You want to see it?
I gotta put the gate up.
Okay. Alright, how's it look, guys? Here, let me back this up a little bit. You'll see my pink shoes. Alright, so there's the signatures we did. We got 3 hidden pockets. That one's probably going to come off, but that's okay. And then Not bad for, what was it, like 3-4 hours, something like that. So you could create amazing stuff. There's the back and the thing. And then we got, here, let me open this up. Oh, crap. And we got front page. All of these. Got, oh, I was caught on the hook thing, the thing on the spine. Here's pocket page. And we got more pages. We put the spacers in between so the spine, the signatures don't move. And then here's an upper pocket. I'm going to make like a little bookmark or something to put in there. And then another spacer between. My brown pages were bent like this because every time I get it, they put it in a bag when I get it shipped. And I always have to put it in between books or something to flatten it back out again. And then we got another one, and they're glued in the inside, so you don't see any of the thread from the signatures in the inside. You will only see them here on the outside, right there. And then we got, all right, let's see. Oh, that one has a eyelet on that side. Let's see, moment of truth. And we have a hidden pocket right there behind that and in between the covers. See?
It's very pretty.
It's a window and it's a pocket.
It's very nice.
Alright, you guys. Well, this was fun coming on Instagram and doing this. I will figure out how to get the lives off of here, but I do know that I have them saved, and I will post everything to my YouTube channel. It probably will be tomorrow. I don't know how long it takes to process here on Instagram. And so you can go back and watch it and make your own little, oh, I forgot a piece of bread. Make your own little journal book like this. And see, once you see how the signatures stay closer together now? That's why I clip them. Because if I left them, they'd kind of like pop up all over the place. So, and like I said, I added in the spine template digitals. So you can do your own spine holes like this, and you don't have to do any measuring. It's a 2.5, 3-inch, 3.5, and 4-inch spine with all the holes there. So all you got to do is just poke them through, and then you can do your own. And the lined paper is also a digital in my Etsy shop. So I try to make it pretty easy for everybody to do, and less work, because we want, hang on. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Hello, Booger Face. Hang on a second. Hold on. I know I have stuff everywhere, don't I? Come here. I got you.
Mama.
Oh.
Mama.
What are you talking like that for?
Mama.
All right, you guys. You guys have a good evening. Here, say hi.
Hi. That's crazy.
You are crazy. And thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. Oh, look at you. Yeah. And like I said, if you're not following my YouTube channel, follow my YouTube channel. Hello. And you can go on there and you can rewatch this, make it yourself. And then
Hello.
Honey, they can't see you. Look here, right there. Hi.
Hi. Hi.
And then you can go and make your own book. And I also have other book tutorials on there. So many of them now. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for sticking with me and working through all the technical stuff.
Mommy.
All right, we need to go brush.
I'll
brush
have it on
teeth.
my YouTube channel tomorrow. Okay, go get your toothbrush. But yes, I made the whole entire book on here. I don't usually come on Instagram, but you know, we had issues. Definite issues. So, yeah, so thanks guys for joining me. I appreciate it. And I'm not sure when I'll go live again. I'll have to see what the schedule looks like for next week. But I'll let everybody know. And y'all have a nice night. Thank you guys all for joining me.